Imagine a man standing in the rain, hands outstretched, begging for something he should have earned. Respect, love, power. You see him there, head bowed, clothes soaked through, pleading for scraps of dignity. A stoic man never begs, he builds, he earns, he stands firm, shoulders squared even as the storm rages around him. He is a fortress. If you've ever found yourself pleading for attention, approval, or even a second chance, stop. You are capable of so much more than groveling at someone else's feet. This is your call to reclaim your power. Let's begin. Begging stems from weakness. It's a blind grasping for something outside of yourself, a desperate attempt to fill a void that only you can fill. A Stoic understands that desire is a chain, and the more you chase after things you can't control, the tighter that chain wraps around your soul. Train yourself to detach. Detach from outcomes, from validation, from anything that exists outside the realm of your direct control. This doesn't mean becoming passive, but rather focusing your energy on what you can actually influence, your actions, your thoughts, your will. What are you a slave to? What craving, what desperate need has you on your knees begging for scraps? Stop chasing. Cultivate an inner stillness, a quiet confidence that doesn't need to scream for attention. This is the first step on the path to Stoic strength. If you have to beg for respect, you will never truly have it. The moment you demand validation, the moment you seek approval from those around you, you reveal your insecurity, your doubt in your own inherent worth. You diminish yourself in their eyes, and people sense that desperation. Marcus Aurelius taught the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Don't stoop to the level of those who disrespect you. Live in a way that forces respect, not through aggression or arrogance, but through quiet competence, through unshakable integrity. Let your actions speak louder than any plea for recognition. A weak man pleads with his words. He tries to argue, to justify, to bargain his way into someone else's good graces. But a strong man, a Stoic man, understands that true power lies in silence. He lets his actions do the talking. His silence is not an absence of strength, but a concentrated form of it. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be strong, learn to enjoy being thought weak. Let them underestimate you. Let them mistake your silence for timidity, your composure for fear. When people disrespect you, don't beg for an apology. Let their words wash over you like water off a duck's back. Your silence will speak volumes." Begging for someone to stay, for their love, for their attention, it's an exercise in futility. It's a betrayal of your own self-respect, a relinquishing of your power. Because here's the brutal truth. You can't control other people. You can't force them to feel a certain way, to behave in a way that suits you, to choose you day after day. The Stoic man understands this fundamental truth. He accepts that the only thing he truly controls is himself, his thoughts, his emotions, his reactions to the world around him. He focuses his energy on what he can influence, on building his own inner fortress. He doesn't waste time on pleas and bargains and desperate attempts to hold on to something that's already slipping away. This is the Stoic way. In a world that often equates strength with dominance, with forcing your will upon others, there's a quiet power in walking away. It's not about cowardice, but about choosing yourself, about refusing to be disrespected, mistreated, or taken for granted. It's about recognizing your own worth. The strongest move you can make is to walk away from anything that diminishes you, from disrespect, from fake friendships, from relationships that leave you feeling empty, from any situation that requires you to compromise your values or betray your own soul. The moment you turn your back on what harms you, you send a clear message. Enough. Walk away and watch how the world shifts around you. Most men beg for an easy life. They want comfort, they crave security, they shy away from anything that might cause them pain or discomfort. And in their pursuit of ease, they become soft, weak, unable to withstand the inevitable storms of life. But a Stoic man, he doesn't just endure hardship, he welcomes it. He knows that struggle is the crucible in which true strength is forged. He understands that pain is not something to be avoided, but a teacher, a guide, a catalyst for growth. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." The obstacles you face, the challenges that make you want to fall to your knees and beg for a reprieve, those are the very things that will make you stronger. Embrace them. A man who constantly justifies himself, who feels the need to explain his actions to those around him, he is a man who seeks approval. He's still chained to the opinions of others, still seeking validation from those he perceives as being above him. Instead of explaining, let your actions speak for themselves. Let your character be your testament, your deeds your defense. The people who matter, the ones who are worthy of your time and energy, will see you for who you are, not for the carefully constructed image you present to the world. As Seneca said, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Don't be poor in spirit. Be rich in self-belief, in quiet confidence. Live with integrity. Demand nothing. Earn everything. There is no power in entitlement. The belief that you deserve something, that you're owed something without putting in the work, without earning it through sweat and toil, that's the mindset of a child, not a man. A Stoic man never expects handouts. He doesn't wait for opportunities to fall into his lap. He doesn't waste his time begging for favors or special treatment. He understands that true fulfillment comes from earning his place in the world, from knowing that everything he has achieved is a result of his own effort, his own dedication, his own unwavering will. If you want success, if you crave recognition, if you desire wealth or status or power, then become worthy of it. Work for it. There's a certain desperation in begging for someone to stay in your life. It's a clinging to something that's already gone, a refusal to accept the reality of the situation. It's a betrayal of your own self-respect, a sign that you value their presence more than your own dignity. A Stoic man understands that not everyone is meant to stay. People come and go, relationships ebb and flow, and sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is let go. If they want to go, hold the door open for them. Don't beg them to stay. A Stoic man values himself enough to never plead for anyone's presence. The more you need, the more you crave validation, approval, love, status, material possessions, the weaker you are. Because you're placing your happiness, your sense of self-worth in the hands of external factors, things you can't control. You become a slave to your desires, a puppet dancing to the tune of your own insecurities. But here's the good news. You can break free. The moment you stop seeking approval, the moment you let go of the need to control everything and everyone around you, the moment you embrace the Stoic ideal of self-reliance, that's when you become truly free. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." What are your ambitions? Are they focused on external validation or on building something within yourself? Desire nothing, build everything. If you want to embody true strength, if you're tired of begging for scraps of respect and love, then live by these 10 Stoic lessons. Internalize them. Let them guide your actions, your thoughts, your very being. It won't be easy, but the path to a more fulfilling life never is. Stop begging. Start earning. Earn respect through your actions, not your words. Earn love by being someone worthy of love. Earn success by putting in the work day after day without complaint or excuse.